Hello YouTube Pipers, Double O Pipe here, aka Rick. I'm sitting here with a beverage. And I got a package in the mail. I opened it, so it won't be one where I'm opening it and pulling out and everybody's surprised. It's from Smarty Bob. And it's the prize that I was to get because I won a People's Choice Award, for which I thank everyone who voted for me, because I would never have thought it. At any rate, Smarty Bob was in charge of sending me a gift, and he did. And he also wrote a little note and said to give Hunter a pat on the head for him. I'll do that. So in this box that I got, along with lots of stuffing, I got a little pipe. And on the side it says Ericsson, Italy. I've already taken the liberty of putting on a rubber bit, but that's all I see on this. I'm not familiar with this pipe. I'm sure that you folks are. And along with the pipe, I got 2 tins of tobacco. States of Virginia stoved yellow red Sutliff private stock, limited edition, 2023. And there's more. As Smarty Bob always says, cracks me up. Peterson's Mixture 965, balanced smoking tobacco, fresh with a rich flavor. Balanced smoking tobacco with a cool flavor, brown Cavendish, accompanied by light Orient tobaccos and small Latakia leaves, English mixture. I'm going to have to try this one first. The other one, the print on the back is very light and I had a hard time reading it. States of Virginia isn't your average blend of pipe tobacco. Actually, it's not a blend at all. At least, not yet. Tangy reds, citrusy brights, and sweet stoved Virginias are double cut, discreetly pressed, and packaged side by side. Sift through the nuances of the flue-cured leaf and find a balance that speaks to you. Our ingredients, your recipe. So I take it that you mix your own. Yeah, okay, I see that. You've got 3 different tobaccos side by side, as it says on the back, and you crumble up what you want, and then you mix it yourself. That's interesting. I'll have to try that later. But right now, I'm going to try Peterson's Mixture 965 in my little pipe that I got. First, let me put these Denny Cool crystals in there, because they seem to be helping, and I'm not going to stop doing something that seems to help. So all I do is I pour it out in my palm and just dump it in there. It doesn't sit flat or anything, it just sits in there. Close that up and put that back over there. Now, see if I can open this. Not that way, I'm not. Let's try this. Yeah, I heard a little poof. I'm just doing this number. See? Got the little poof. That was holding it tight. Lift it up. surprised how high I have to hold this in order for you to see it. And I'll spread back, well, heck fire. I'll spread back this crenellated curtain. I have my tobacco shelf. Ooh, look at that. That's some hard-packed stuff. Wow. It doesn't really have a date on it, so I don't know how long it's been tightly packed in there. I know I'm not in the frame, but that's okay. You can study my bookshelf. Now, I think I'm vacuum packed for freshness, made in Denmark. I'm just going to dump all of this out because I have a jar here I'm going to put it in. Into my tobacco tray. See how nicely that fits in there? And then I'm going to just break it up. Because like I say, I got a mason jar over here I'm going to put it into. I wish these labels came off of these cans, but they don't. So you could put the label on the... Man, look at that. That little vacuum packed. Can you see that? Look at all that tobacco. Man, I just spilled it all over my... I was going to say dashboard, but my keyboard. All right. Now I'm going to put it in here. I just can't get over how high I have to hold this in order to... I'm going to do it this way. I put my tobacco tray down there. And I'm just going to let it drop in there. You'll have to excuse me if I don't show it as well as I should. Now I'm just kind of stuffing it down. Kind of sticks out of the bowl like a bad haircut. All right. Now I'm gonna put my tobacco over there, and I'll wait till I finish this to... Look at that. Doggone it. Keep getting tobacco on my keyboard. I don't know that that's healthy. All right. Let's see if we can light it up. Again. A little harsher than I'm used to. It's not called a hollow. Not bad. It's not one I'm used to. It's a little raw to what I'm used to. That's definitely a nose warmer. It's been real hot today. And like in my childhood, I was just talking to myself about that. I remember the skies being just rich, rich blue, and the heat just being weight on you, the sun just burning you up. And then about this time, 3:30 to 4:30, those dark clouds would start billowing up over in the sky, over that away. That away is north. My dad used to always go north when he was sitting over there, and we always laughed at him because we always he didn't care which way he was pointing, but he was pointing north. We were wrong and he was right. I think this could grow on me. Woo, just singed my nose hairs. Anyway, those clouds would go climb up into the sky, just dark gray until they became purple. And then they would come this way and the rains would come. But the rain would only last like hour and a half maybe. And it cooled the area down. It was summer. Children don't really take notice of the heat. They just play. I mean, they know it's oppressive, but that's just the weather that's accepted. And if you want to play, you play in that weather. And we did. But I just remember my granddad had a house that had an acre. And the grass on that acre was just as green. And it looked over to the golf course, the fairway for the 17th hole on municipal golf course. Excuse me. And there were pine trees lining the road to, I guess, stop crazy golfers from, it was like a net that they have up now. Excuse me. But back then it was old pine trees, just tall. And those stray balls would ricochet off the trunks. But the deep green of those pines as the purple clouds would continue to come overhead, just as pretty. And then the lightning and the thunder would happen. I mean, it wasn't violent. It was just the rumble of the thunder, the flashes in the distance, till they came overhead and it was raining and the lightning would strike somewhere and the thunder would follow. And you'd always count from the moment you saw the lightning until the thunder rumble came, and divide it by 5 to tell how many miles away it was. We did that all the time. It was those that flashed and boomed at the same time that scared the heck out of us. I have a tree, old oak tree, sitting on that side of the house, right on the creek. And one night we were watching TV, and that happened. We got a bright flash and a tremendous crack of thunder. And the next day when I walked out there, it hit that tree out there on the bank. And you could see where it had gone from the limb in the highest part down into the ground because the bark was just black. Now the bark fell off of that area and it's gray where the inner portion of the wood of the tree is showing through. Hate those. That's too dang close. The neighbor, when I lived over on a road farther over, she was in her washing room washing clothes and stepped back into the house when a lightning bolt hit her washing machine. Jeez. Now that would have scared the heck out of me. Wasn't too long after that she moved. But yeah, that's the worst one we've had here. I had my friend from Iceland that was the fellow that we were like twins. When I was there, and he was my sponsor when I first got off the plane. He called me up out of the blue. Been a long time since I've talked to him. And we sat there and talked and talked. And I asked him, because I remember painting a lighthouse, not the lighthouse itself, but a picture of the lighthouse. I said, would you mind next time you go over there, take a picture of that lighthouse, because I thought it was the prettiest lighthouse I'd ever seen. It's so different because instead of being cylindrical and rising, it had 4 walls in a square and rose up, and it was painted yellow. And I said it was just so pretty against that black beach. Because the beach wasn't sand like here. The beach was broken bits of lava, which made the beach itself black. This thing doesn't want to stay lit. Of course, I'm yakking. He said, I've got a picture of that lighthouse right here. I'll send to you. It's not yellow. I said, but surely you remember when we were there 60 years ago, it was yellow. He said, no, I don't remember it being yellow at all. I said, I know I would not have painted that thing yellow if it had not been yellow. He said, sorry, but you'll see what it is when you get the photos. They came across the lighthouse, still square, white with 2 red stripes. I said, that's not the way I remember it. He said, I think you just painted it wrong. I said, no, I know I didn't. Well, anyway, after he got off the phone the next day, because he told me they were going back to Iceland to visit some friends. And the next day he called up and left a message. And the next day after that, he called again. He said, I left a message, but I don't know if you got it. I wanted to apologize to you. I said, what in the world do you want to apologize for? He said, we were standing here at the lighthouse that you were talking about. I said, yeah. And he said, we were talking to an Icelandic citizen who was there. And out of the blue, he said, you know, about 60 years ago, this lighthouse was yellow. He said, no. I said, yeah, it was yellow. And he said, well, I got to call Rick and apologize to him because I was telling him he was hallucinating. He didn't say that, but pretty much that's what he was thinking, I believe. But he said, it wasn't yellow. It's always been white with red stripes to him. I said, I know. I would not have painted that. So anyway, he apologized and said he really did not know that it had been yellow. I said, what can I say? But I had lost that painting, and I wanted him to take a picture of it so I could try painting it again. And then he told me, or then the picture showed up and it was white and red stripes. I was disappointed. So anyway, I'm trying to do a caricature of a school friend that I haven't seen in a while, who suffers from that Trump hating syndrome. And I have always been able to do like a caricature of people. And I just wanted to see if he still had the sense of humor he had when we were kids. Because I was going to make the caricature and put a mega hat on him. Now, either he will be completely offended or he'll laugh. And I'm hoping it's the latter, because then it'll show me he still has the sense of humor he had way back when. But boy, I don't talk politics to him because he gets so intense about he hates Trump with a passion. I don't know why. What's that? Trump hatred syndrome or something? I don't know what you call it, but he's got it bad. So anyway, I've been working on his caricature with that mega hat. And once I've done that, I'm going to paint this lighthouse, because I've got to get some canvas cut, because I got a huge roll of canvas back there I've had for years. Get two pieces cut the same size so that once it's painted, I can just roll it up and send it in a tube to send to him so that he will have the present color of that lighthouse. And he sent me one with the northern lights flickering across the sky. And I thought, gosh, that's pretty. And I thought I would try and incorporate that with the white with red stripes present day lighthouse, and just make the old lighthouse with the yellow paint on it in just a pretty day. So I've been trying to get this caricature, but jeepers, I can't tell you how difficult it's been. I've taken up 3 or 4 pages with 4 or 5 drawings on it. I just can't nail him. But it'll come. It will come. And once I've got that, then I'm going to post it on Facebook once I get it and see if he tells me to take it down or not. I'm hoping that he'll have a sense of humor and ask if he can have the paintings. But anyway, that's my plans for the next few days. Like I say, I've been trying to do it for the last few days, and I'm just having a difficult time getting his features into a caricature so that he's recognizable. I used to be so good at it. I did it to the people at work all the time. My boss kept saying, "You're making me too fat." I said, "It's a caricature. You're a little plump. I just kind of exaggerated it." He, oh, yeah, he didn't particularly like his caricature because he felt like I had made him too fat. uh, but anyway, all right. I came on to show you my prize that I got for the People's Choice Award, and I appreciate your people voting for me. It was, I cannot tell you how surprised I was. And this one really makes a noise when you pull the smoke in. Can you hear it? Maybe I'm pulling too hard, but I want to keep it lit. Sorry, I didn't mean to break up what I was saying because I wanted you to know that I was very thankful for winning that award and for all the people who voted for me. I appreciate it. And if you like, you can, I will, like I say, when I finally get that thing drawn, I'll post it on Facebook. I don't know if, I know some of you are on Facebook, but not everybody. I will let you know what happens. I will, when I finish it, I'll post it. And if you aren't on Facebook, I'll hold it up so you can see it. But I thank you for my pipe. I thank you for my tobaccos, 2 tins. Very, very nice gift. Or award. It's not a gift, it's an award. And thank you, Smarty Bob, for sending that, and thank you for that note. I will definitely give Hunter a pat on the head for you. All right, folks. Thanks for listening. I've just been jabbering on and jabbering on, I see. As usual, I just go way beyond the limit. But I hope you enjoyed what we had to say here, and hope you have a good weekend, and take care of yourself. God bless you until the next time. Bye-bye.